supremacy. It's Nattyisisyah again, and I wanted to make this video to address all you men out there who are in pedophilic relationships with grown women, and all you grown ass women who is nothing but some 2-year-old babies. Now, the reason I'm making this video is because a lot of people on Facebook, on the internet, which is usually where you see this happening, is, they talk about, or they'll make posts or they'll comment on posts about pedophilia, homosexuality, rape, and all that type of stuff. But nobody wants to talk about their own personal relationship that they have as a pedophile or with a pedophile. Now, to go into that, you have to look at certain there are men who, for example, they'll treat their grown woman, right, as though she's a child. So, she can't make decisions for herself. And if she does, you talk against them. You put her down with every little thing that she does. If you don't approve of the way she's dressed, she has to go and change. If you don't like the friends that she has to drop the friends. All the things that a father would do to a daughter. There are men out there who treat their wife, or the woman that they're with, or the sisters that they're building with. It doesn't matter how long they've been with them. They could have met them yesterday. They automatically become their 11-year-old girlfriend, right? That's how some of them treat them. Then you have women who, they never grow up. They never mature. They never become a responsible being. They never become somebody who other sisters or other women can look up to aspire to become as, or to take any type of advice, or to see as any type of role model, or to just see the glory of, right? You have women out there who, if you follow them, you'll just become a petty little brat. So you have to obviously look at any relationship that a man would have with this woman, especially if he's older than her. It would be equivalent to being in a pedophilic relationship, with probably worser consequences, because at least in some countries where a man is with a woman who is a younger, who is in her teens, at least she's acting her age, and she doesn't come with the manipulation tactics, that an older woman would have, and she doesn't come with the drama, and she still obviously would have time to grow and to mature and to, make decisions for herself. If the man was the type of man to be trying to tell her every little thing to do, which in those situations, that's obviously a lot, part of the reason why older men would want to be with a younger woman, because it's unattractive in an older woman to see them as petty, bitter, bratty, non-productive, childish, silly, unskilled, you know, not able to perform simple tasks, cooking, cleaning, and even though we do want to kind of build a world where it's not just, gender specific, you also want people who are developed fully in themselves, who have something that they are proud about, that they can do, multitask. They're not one track minded. You don't have to remind them on a daily basis, do this, do that. No, it kind of forces a man to also be an i.e. pedophile, which Obviously he's not by the definition that you probably would get in white supremacy, but I'm not using their definitions. When when you have a situation like that, it's like where it's hard to draw the line of what a pedophile is, or who to, how you can go about to condemn someone for that, when in the society we live in, we have not it has not manifested fully developed individuals who who are actually self-driven, who are developed to a peak in of perfection, or who aspire, as though one would go through certain tests, or like Masonic rituals or stuff to go through, to pass through our rites of passages. Our society doesn't do that. Our society builds people who are, this society, not our society, this society builds people who remain as children. So, and that's also a way to kind of identify people, in their level of growth, out of white supremacy, in their level of having stepped out the matrix, and to become black supremacists. Are they still operating on a very childish level? You know, are you focusing? Are you trying to develop yourself into a better being that is going to make other people's black people's lives better, our people's lives better? Are you nation building? Or are you trying to destroy the black nation? Are you trying to tear down black people's character? Is that where your craft is? Is that where your skill is? And if that's where it is, then you also have a place, because now people have, now those that are aspiring to be better and to do better and are mastering their capabilities and their gifts, they can, obviously, you're giving them a critical analysis that they can look and improve upon. So even people like that, they fulfill a role, but it's still, in the world that we're trying to build, we need more people who are really about that life when it comes to black supremacy and when it comes to nation building, and to not have to force people to become psychologists, and to not have to force people to become in a pedophilic relationship with a grown woman. And when it's like, why wouldn't you just go and find someone who is less less stressful? There's the saying, be your man's medicine, not his headache. And all, it goes vice versa also, because you could be a woman in a pedophilic relationship with a grown man who acts like he is a 12-year-old boy. He doesn't know how to prepare himself a sandwich. He can't hammer a nail in the wall. Like, nobody wants to really deal with stuff like that, because it's like paying child support for grown individuals, because now they become a liability. As a grown person, I'm not saying a child is necessarily that, but as a grown person that you have become intertwined with into a type of relationship, this person becomes a liability that you have to deal with and you have to manage on a daily, regular basis. So going forward, we definitely need individuals who are better equipped to manifest the potential that we have inside of us, instead of us becoming, nation babysitters. Like, we don't need to become babysitters of decades and decades of black individuals over the age of 20. Like, it doesn't make any sense. We should be able to come together and work together, and build on issues and topics that can propel us into the future as better beings. And it's something to look at and be like, wow, we did that. And We could do it again, and we could do it better. So enough with the every time you see, because that's really what a lot of it is. You see a shock post about pedophilia and rape when a lot of you are in pedophilic relationships. Your damn self. Black supremacy. Join the website kingnobleuncensored.com.